Hi guys, my name is Yamanga Kashani and welcome to my channel again. So today I am gonna be doing my makeup. I feel like I haven't done my makeup in years in this channel because I disappeared. Let me not say I've been because I disappeared the past years, but now I'm trying to be like full on back and doing what I've always wanted to do. So right now I'm gonna do an updated version of my makeup. I've, I've I feel like I've completely changed how I do makeup from now and before, comparing to my previous makeup video. But there is another video on TikTok where I'm doing my makeup, but I don't really show what I'm using. But today I'm gonna show you guys what exactly I'm using, and also I've bought some products to enhance what I've learned. And it's Nigerian products, and Nigerian products eat. So let's get to it. And I know wearing like this color while doing makeup is questionable, but I feel like I'm not gonna put it back in my wardrobe. It's gonna go to the washing basket. So rather, so what I'm gonna do now is prep my skin. I use the Nivea Micellar Water Skin Glow. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Actually, there's a mirror in front of me. That's why I'm like not directly looking at the camera. I'm like looking at the mirror. But I'm sure you guys get the point that I'm talking to you either way. I don't like these cotton pads that on the skin. I've been using them for a while, but I feel like they changed the quality because now it's just soft and it gets left everywhere, and it's kind of like irritating sometimes. So before, I would just probably just put what is this, moisturizer, and then put foundation. But now what I do before, you see what I mean? With like parts of the cotton on my lace, and then it looks weird. But as I was saying, before I would just put moisturizer and then foundation. But now with skin prep, I start from scratch actually. My ring. I start everything by removing any like skincare I've had this morning, and then I let that dry. There isn't much, you see. It's just skincare that I used for this morning, and then I dry it out. And then I use the rose water from Nivea also. This also like brings back the hydration to my face. And also what I've learned is that it's very important to allow each step of your skin prep to dry, or to like to allow your skin to actually absorb it. So it's very important to allow everything to take its course, because also before, with me not allowing things to dry, it would just leave like a white cast on my face, and I didn't understand it, or like it was weird, man. Kodwa Mungu ndiyalinda yonke into ukuthi iyome. And then after that, I practically just apply my products layer by layer, allow everything to dry. So after that, I go in with the I finished the usual moisturizer that I use, so now I'm using this primer. It actually for me, it moisturizes more than it like primes, but I guess maybe that's the point of priming. I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, this is from Essence. And guys, your makeup is expensive. It's not something I pay like, and you could just go let's head shop and buy it. You need to budget for it. You need to budget for it. It's okay. I need this, so I'm gonna spend this much. Also, don't be stingy with the skincare, with the skin prep. I meant, because every part of it is actually important. Usually I'll go between these two. I feel like they work the same for me. They really do hold makeup. This is the NYX Face Glue. It's a gripping primer. This is also the Essence Jelly Grip. It's also like a gripping primer. They're both good. I haven't really measured how good, but I feel like they both work for me. So also zones were stingy. Also, I saw it. Who was using this Canon? I think I saw it go K-Yams, if not mistaken, or Mbali MK, or was in Mbali MK. I'm not sure, but one of the her name is Mbali. She's an influencer too. So Fanyam is giving up on me, guys. Okay, I feel like it's dry enough. So with my foundations, I still have to order my actual shade because these are not my shade. So I'm gonna mix these two. This is the Blossom Veil foundation. It's full coverage. It's very nice. So I mixed these two. I mixed these two because I realized the other one is too dark for me and the other one is too light for me. So I just mixed the two. The shades I'm mixing is brownie and custard. So I don't know which shade I'm gonna get because I thought I was gonna get. I ordered a lot of foundations because there's like more here, and there's also one that I bought from the drugstore. I'm not quite sure anymore which foundation, which shade I'm gonna choose, and I'm ordering more makeup again. But we'll see. But these foundations are good, guys. They are good. They give you like a flawless finish in their coverage. They're lightweight. They're not shiny. It's a bit matte, but not fully matte. But it's a nice finish. And I'm gonna be using this. It's a CD's beauty sponge. It's also nice and damp. I damp it before I like use it. I use one pump each, so that's 2 pumps. If I could use like half I could, but it's a pump. And you know, also with my clients, because I also am a makeup artist, with my clients, if a client is darker than me, I use the shade Toffee, and it would match, guys. If you go to my page Ethereal Glamour on Instagram or on TikTok, you will see it actually like matches. Like the shade is insane. You see, guys, I feel like Nigerian makeup is the best. Like it's the best, because where are you gonna get this? So guys, I'm also like watching what is this, Divorce in the Black by Tyler Perry. While I'm doing my makeup, it's crazy how men can be so abusive to a good person. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they see you as a weak person and they're gonna do everything to hurt you. And I've also realized with abusive people, they know exactly what they're doing. You telling them what they're doing is hurting you, really won't change a thing because they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They know it's gonna hurt you, but either way they're gonna do it. Doesn't matter if they love you or they care for you or whatever, but nje bazoyenza. Oh guys, so when I'm doing my makeup and I have an installation on, I try as much as I can to stay away from my lace because it's gonna have a build up, and then the thingy, the what is this, the glue is very gluey, it doesn't really stick with oil, so it's gonna lift. So I try to stay away as much as I can from this thing, my lace. I blend it further with when I'm contouring with powder, because with powder it's dry, therefore there won't be much lifting. But other than that, stay away from that lace, eh? Please. And with this foundation, you can layer it also, and it still looks good. You can layer it, and it still gives you the effect that you need. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't, you know. I used to take off my thing, my nose ring, when I'm doing my makeup, but I realized yeah, actually it's not even a realization, it's painful to take out a nose piercing and then condition there, so I'll just leave it there and then clean it after, because the pain, yeah, all guys, even mawukhupha ngephumile ngemistake nakhona, sure. So with contouring, I still use my foundation, but in this time around I'm going to be using Toffee W11, which is Toffee, also in Blossom Veil. The alignment of my contouring, oh, and sometimes when I'm like in a rush, I'll put foundation everywhere else but my forehead, sides where I know it might touch my lace. Like I would contour and then put foundation, and then concealer. There's a technique I actually want to learn with nose contouring, man. I get booed all the time. It's like some sort of a V, like, oh Jesus. Okay, when I'm done with the contour, I go in with a blush. So with blush, I'm using this Cindy's Beauty line. This blush is very pigmented. Love it so much. I like mixing these two shades, this one and this one. Right now I'm still in the trend of this peachy shade, so this is also the placement of the blush. I like using a brush with this one. Concealer, I'm using the Essence Camouflage concealer. It's a matte concealer. It's still one of the best I've used. I haven't tried a variety of them, but this one works for me better than the Maybelline and the L'Oreal one. This one, I'm not sure if it's the Rimmel or this one that dries up faster, but one of them dries up too quick for me, and you know, I like to take my time with my face, especially with blending, so I don't like using a concealer that dries up quickly. This one, it's full coverage, and it doesn't like take time to actually dry up, so I have enough time to blend to my satisfaction. So with my nose also, I feel like I've contoured it and it's fine, so I don't like doing back to back with it, because I feel like I end up doing too much and then it stands out, and then it becomes something that I don't like, because I don't like too much nose contouring. I just want it to blend out, and it's also something that I'm still working on when I'm also doing my Times makeup. So this is the placement. And also there's this technique that I've learned also of like lifting your eye, and I like using this side of the sponge, the side, to actually chisel my face. In the eye, so I'm going on with this L'Oreal concealer. Just not too much, but you know, enough. I'm using this Yardley London translucent oh wow, translucent loose powder. And this one, it's really universal, because I can use it even on dark skin, but depending on the concealer that I'm using. If I'm using like a dark concealer, it will reflect that dark concealer, but it will have like a nice undertone. Oh yeah. So now I'm gonna contour around my face. I'm gonna use the browns by Emmy's Beauty. It's a very beautiful palette of browns. I love it so much.
Do you want to lose your job, bitch? I don't give a fuck about this job. You need to get the fuck out. Leave, bounce, go. Now.
Now I'm doing my eyebrows, and I'm using the Bromatic by Damel. Oh guys, I've been reading also this book called Why Men Love Bitches. I've been reading this book, and it's been like mind-blowing, I would say. Especially in my experience with like dating, and I've noted down a couple of things that I've actually, I don't know, I like noting so that I get the point of why am I reading this book, you know. Because the reason being, I actually bought it was for educational purposes. So I did put on some pointers. Pointer number one was like, men actually respect a woman who respect themselves. If you like chasing Indoda, he will never like respect you, because you're putting yourself through so much, and you don't even like have boundaries. So it's very hard for men to respect you if you don't have like boundaries over yourself. you know, or like against people. So they don't really do appreciate a woman who doesn't respect themselves. You have to respect yourself, and apparently that's where the chase gets. Also, doing everything for men is really not effective, guys. Trust, like with my own experience, doing everything for Indra is really not effective, and I believe that is also true. Like financing Indra, don't do that. Also, like doing household stuff and doing like wifey stuff on girlfriend level. Also, fearing to upset umuntu who doesn't even give a damn. We need to stop doing that, because that's where I feel like they get the need to whatever I do there, she will pretend as if everything is fine because she's afraid to and whatsoever. So zones so bad. What else? Prioritize yourself, guys. Put yourself first. Can't say this enough. Put yourself first. Chill. Have your own life, you know, guys. For someone like me who doesn't really have, you know, much friends, I don't really have much of a social life. So when I'm in a relationship, I expect to spend a lot of my time with the supposed boyfriend. So I feel like that has made me very much dependent with what I'm doing with my life, you know. And I feel like that also like weighs down the relationship in a way. The guy now doesn't have time to be with his friends, spending time by himself. He doesn't feel like he has space because you're always around, you know. So advice, have a life. Have a life, because you're gonna start feeling otherwise because now he doesn't want you around, you know. Also, don't, if you have, and when you actually have a life, don't put yourself in a situation where now you drop everything for the guy. Let's say maybe you have plans with your babies, and then your guy calls, and then like he wants you available. I feel like don't, unless it's like an emergency or whatever, but don't drop everything just because he wants you at that time. No, don't be a backup plan. It is not a nice feeling. Don't be a backup plan, or stuff like that. When the person doesn't have anything to do now, like for me, like what are you doing? And now you're desperate to because for the longest time we like now because he was busy with his own life, and when I don't have a life, when are you available every time that he wants you? So having a life is really important. Really, really important. I know you guys didn't ask me for this, but I feel like I have nothing to talk about, so rather I talk about what I've been up to. Yeah, well. And also, a man has to fit into your life, not the other way around. You shouldn't force yourself into his life. Yeah, well, you have to make a time for him. I don't know if you understand. Like, not necessarily, like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And also, over explaining your boundaries, like telling someone you don't like this because of this. And also, I'm still learning to apply those things that I've actually learned from this book, because you know, emotions can get the heck out of you guys. It's very hard to control emotions, and you know, I feel like when it comes to that, I'm a bit naive. You know, I'm still a bit naive. But stop over explaining your boundaries. That's what they say in a team. Stop explaining your boundaries, because I don't know, it seems desperate and needy, or as if like badum or whatever. Men know exactly what they're doing. If you say no, no. If you're not comfortable with it, don't have that fear of being alone. Also, it plays a very big role in accepting Ubude. Also, sometimes Amadoda will pull away just so to check Ubuti, like just to check Ubuti emotionally with him. Ubupi. The book suggests Ubuti, don't question him, just let him be and go on with your life. Yeah, well, unless it's something that you did that is making them act that way, then you can ask, but let it go. When they push you away, they said, what's this this podcast, because I said so, if we are push a pushega. Also, don't overcompensate, don't do more than what he's doing. don't do more than what he does. That's what they're saying. If like practically match his energy, but on a feminine side, do that. And also, but he crying, repeating the same thing, talking, complaining. Also, it doesn't work. It's sort of like a turn off. So rather do something about the situation than talking about it over and over, because some people don't really listen to what you're saying. They listen to actions, things implied. Also, it says you teach people how to treat you by what you allow them to do to you. That one in general, because honestly, if you're telling someone who's into our phone and you're not standing on it, they don't take you seriously. So you need to stand on what you really don't want by actually showing it. So it's one of the things I've been also facing difficulties with, because I feel like I'm too nice. I don't like hurting people. I don't like a mean situation, but also I like being straight up, telling them I don't like certain things. And also they said neediness is very much a turn off. Turn off. Also they say also something I've been struggling with is stating something and complaining. With the way I've been articulating myself, I've realized that I'm complaining, I'm not stating. Also I'm working on that too. And also I've realized, complaining is irritating, especially when they complain. So that's what I've been noting down so far, and that's just chapter 1, and I've read it up to chapter 5 or 6, but I've just noted like what I've read about the first chapter. Probably I'll note down more things in the upcoming chapters, and then we'll probably talk about it on the next video. But for now, this is what I have. I could talk more about it, but also I don't want to confuse you to which chapter I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. So I'd rather I'm learning how to articulate myself in an orderly manner. So I'm gonna learn doing that here. So I want order. So let's get back to makeup, guys. This is what we were here for, actually. So now I'm actually doing my brows. With the Browmatic by Damel. Now I'm using this Ascot liner, and it's a brown pencil liner. It's very nice and creamy. It's a coal eye pencil. So I'm using a Yona for my brows. And then I like carving out my brows with the same concealer I used on my under eye. Did I tell you which shade is this, guys? This is shade 110 or the 0001, but I'm not sure what's happening here. Also, the same liner I used on my brows, I use it for my lips. With my lips, I'm still using the Cindy's Beauty line. It's for lips and cheeks. For you get. I'm using this pink shade, and then I'm using this black opal lipstick in color 18. It's like a nude-ish color, and I'm gonna mix them too because I want to tone down this pink. I feel like it's a bit much. We want the eyeshadow to be pigmented or have something to sit on, like a base. So I like using the concealer that I'm using right now. You could use a lighter one, you could use a darker one, as you you could still use the same shade as you used on your under eye or your brows, or you could use the white one. The white one also works best. after this, I'm gonna go with the Silvermec glitter glue. It's glue for, you know, sparkles like this ones. So I'm gonna also put these ones, and I'm gonna go with the silver one. This is the color I'm going with. Also, when you're putting glitter on your eyeshadow, you make sure that you actually protect your under eye, because it can actually get literally everywhere. So the only way you can protect that is putting more setting powder, translucent powder translucent powder under your eye. That way when it falls on top of it, and dust it off immediately after putting it on, because you know it really can be messy. So after putting on the glitter, I'm going, oh, those shades are pigmented, guys. I'm going back with the shade Mocha from the Annie's palette, and I'm just going in deep with that at the corner. So after that, I'm gonna go back with this small brush, and then just blend out the liner. Fixing, and then I'm going with the matte one. It's important to let the setting sprays dry also in between before drenching everything in, because it can be a bit wet and then ends up, you know, ruining your face. It could be a sweet dream. Okay, now I'm tearing up. Okay, this is the gloss. So this is the finished look.
Baby, increase in the commas. Original, no be part of it. You know, be clear for your memory. But then now we